Hello, everybody, and welcome to the season finale of the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series NR2003 simulations here for the championship race at Phoenix Raceway, as we will preview your championship four before we get into the racing. Of course, William Byron has been unbelievable in these playoffs. He's won 3 of the last 4 races in his second Final Four appearance, 4 wins on the season, including the spring race here in Phoenix. The favorite today, Denny Hamlin, of course, back in the championship four once again for the 5th time, trying to get the job done. Can he do it with his 4 wins on the season? How about Martin Truex Jr. trying to ride off into the sunset as a Cup Series champion in his final race as a full-time driver, also trying to get his second championship, his first since 2017. And then Kyle Larson, the greatest driver on the planet right now, with 3 victories. Of course, your 2021 champion, also won the regular season title this year. These 4 will fight for the Bill France Cup here as a welcome to the Phoenix Raceway for the NASCAR Cup Series season finale championship race. And the final 4 will be starting all at the front. Kyle Larson on pole, Truex second, Hamlin third, Byron starts 5th. The only one in between them is Ryan Blaney, currently in the 4th position. Of course, in real life, we'll be fighting for a championship as we are green and underway in this season finale. Who is going to win this duel in the desert and become a NASCAR Cup Series champion, possibly for the first time or for the second? We are going to find out. Is there going to be 3 wide for the lead into turn 1 for the first time today in Phoenix? Denny Hamlin diving to the inside of Kyle Larson and Martin Truex Jr. 3 wide for the lead in Phoenix, and Denny Hamlin to the point early, the number 11 FedEx Toyota to the front. Could this finally be the year Denny Hamlin gets that elusive championship? As we will find out as he leads the opening lap of racing here in Phoenix. His teammate Truex in his final race runs second, Larson third, Byron runs 4th. Championship 4 running 1, 2, 3, 4 here in Phoenix, just as you would expect it to go. No surprise whatsoever. Hamlin out front trying to drive away now from Martin Truex. Larson and Byron still trying to find their way up through the pack and make something happen here. But it is Denny Hamlin who's going to be in control, leading early in stage 1 in the season finale. Now on to lap 23, Hamlin working on putting Derek Kraus and J.J. Yeley lap down as he got pressure from the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. Here comes the 19 to the inside. Truex trying to take the lead for the first time in his final race in the Cup Series as a full-time driver. That number 19 for Joe Gibbs Racing, and he will. Truex to the lead. He's going to get by Denny Hamlin on lap 24 and pull away down the backstretch. Now on to lap 27. Here comes Hamlin once again as Truex now stacked up behind Josh Berry and Kaz Grala. Don't forget, this is also the final race for Stewart-Haas Racing as an organization before it all changes to Haas Factory Team next year with Cole Custer. But Hamlin now back ahead of Martin Truex. They continue to battle thanks to Kaz Grala holding up the 19. Hamlin will drive into the lead. So Berry having a bit of a tough time in the 4, but is Denny Hamlin your leader in stage 1 on lap 28 now. Later, coming to lap 31, on to lap 32. It is Hamlin leading, but Truex and how about William Byron is closed in. So here comes the 19 once again. Truex wants to lead once more here in Phoenix. How about Martin Truex Jr. having an incredible run to start this race in his final race as a full-time competitor, looking to win a championship, do what Harvick could not a season ago, and that is walk out on top as the champ. We will see as he leads the way now. Larson is running in 3rd here. He just got by Denny Hamlin, who slipped back a bit. Truex still in control. Look up ahead. William Byron contact with Corey LaJoie. Near disaster for the 24. Huge moment right there in this race. William Byron almost wrecking with the 51 of Corey LaJoie. That could have been huge implications. That could have been the end of the season for William Byron. Luckily, him and LaJoie are able to sort it out and keep it going the right direction. That allows Larson to take second. Truex was driving away with the lead when a caution came out for a single car spin down the backstretch. So now it'll be Chase Elliott on the front row alongside William Byron. How about the 9 of Chase Elliott to the lead on the restart? The 9 of the brilliant restart, easily clearing his teammate, the 24 William Byron, into turn 1 here on lap number 48 as Elliott tries to end off his season strong. Of course, just missing the championship 4 by 2 points last week in Martinsville because of the timing of when he and Larson each wrecked out. Larson had more points than Elliott did. So Elliott, heartbroken, just misses making the championship 4. He's leading. He leads that lap. And now here comes his teammate, the 24 of William Byron on lap 60. And Byron to the inside, Elliott. And William Byron will drive his way into the race lead here if he can clear Elliott into 3, which Elliott's going to keep fighting. They're going to keep this going. Elliott not going to go down easy, giving his teammate a fight for this race lead. They're side by side at the line. They give that lap to Byron. Now side by side past the dogleg into turn 1. William Byron will clear Chase Elliott, and new leader in Phoenix, William Byron in the 24, trying to sweep the season here and become a champion for the first time in his career. And out of trouble, caution came out because Corey LaJoy spun Ricky Stenhouse out. I accidentally cut away before the wreck got to finish there, so my mistake. But yeah, Stenhouse gets turned by LaJoy. They both get a little bit of damage from the wall. That brings out a caution here late in stage 1 when William Byron was driving away, and now he has to fend off the rest of the pack here in this in this late restart here in stage 1. Back underway. It's going to be 6 to go in stage 1. Byron leads, but here comes Denny Hamlin in the 11, trying to make a 3-wide move for the lead on the bottom. You got Gibbs, Keselowski in contention. A couple of non-playoff guys trying to get some points here. Byron, Hamlin side by side for the lead. William Byron clear down the back stretch. He's getting a good push from his teammate Elliott, getting Byron away from Denny Hamlin into turn 3, giving Byron some breathing room to try to hang on and win this stage. Byron leads the way on lap 75. Late in stage 1 now. Here we are, just 3 to go in this stage, and Hamlin's there, and he moves Byron up the racetrack. Hamlin to the inside. Now they're side by side for the race and the championship lead here in Phoenix. Here comes Denny Hamlin in the 11. Has been so desperate to win this championship. He's never won a title in his career after being so successful, winning so many races. Can this year finally be the year? He's in the lead. Hamlin gets by Byron. Hamlin to the point here in Phoenix with 2 to go in stage 1. Truex and Byron do battle for second. Now on the last side of the stage, they continue to fight for second into 3. Truex takes that position as Byron backs off, and Denny Hamlin will win stage 1 in Phoenix. Truex second, Byron third, Chastain and Larson in the top 5. Then Gibbs, Elliott, Bell, Keselowski, and how about Todd Gilliland getting the last stage point? So Denny Hamlin, of course, no stage points for the playoff drivers, but Hamlin leads the championship 4 with huge track position here at the end of stage 1. Now in stage 2, we're watching Byron Elliott run 3 wide with the 1 of Ross Chastain here battling for position, as here comes the 5 of Kyle Larson for the lead. On the inside of Denny Hamlin, how about Kyle Larson? The Hendrick Chevy is to the front for the first time today. It'll be Kyle Larson leading this race in Phoenix. Larson has been so unbelievably fast each of the last 3 weeks. Has just had terrible luck of crashes, but once again barely survived the round of 8 to advance. And Larson now driving away with the lead. Caution is out. Just a trick to make the pass for second. Upside down is the 48 of Alex Bowman. He got turned by the rookie of Carson Hocevar head on to the outside wall. Bowman up on his side, up and over on top of the safer barrier. A huge crash for the 48. Hocevar is destroyed as well. Just, an inexcusable mistake there from Hocevar in the final race of his rookie season. You just can't be doing that. Just right hooks Bowman head on to the left hooks Bowman head on the outside wall. Vicious hit. You just can't do that. And destroys Alex Bowman, who is trying to fight for 5th in the points, but is now completely destroyed. He's out. Hocevar is done as well. Bowman will end up 40th. Hocevar will end up 39th on the day here in Phoenix. Huge crash here, brings out the caution. Not what Larson wanted to see as he was driving away, but now he has to fend off both Truex and Hamlin. And the 19 got a really good restart on that outside lane. And Martin Truex Jr. back to the point here in Phoenix. Truex out front now, continuing to impress in his final race, trying to win this championship. It would be unbelievable if he did the way the season has gone for Truex. The ups, the downs, the everything. Oh, trouble. Jimmy Johnson has gone around late in stage 2. The 84 got spun on by, I believe, Justin Haley, and that brought out the caution here on lap 105. Jimmy Johnson goes around, of course, a 7-time champion. It's been that kind of year for him in the 84 car. Just has not gone well whatsoever. Truex will continue to lead over Larson at the caution. After pit stops, it'll be Byron and Truex on the restart. On the 24 gets the jump. William Byron easily gets ahead of Martin Truex Jr. through the dog leg to turn 1 here. We got about 80 laps to go in this stage, and Byron has a comfortable lead now over Truex and Larson, who run 2nd and 3rd. Hamlin's got some work to do, almost 4 wide back there with Christopher Bell, Chastain, and Logano. Everyone manages to sort it out, and we stay green, continue on racing. Truex now with a run on the 24, but Byron will hold the race lead here at the Phoenix Raceway in the season finale. But Truex now swinging to the inside here on that 114. Here comes Martin Truex to take the lead back once again here in Phoenix. The 19 has had an unbelievably fast race car, especially on the long runs of this race. Has been able to find a way by Hamlin earlier, and now he will find a way by the Hendrick driver of Byron Truex to the point. He is leading here in Phoenix as we continue to work our way through stage 2. And now on to lap 132, here comes the 5 of Kyle Larson once again. Larson also a really good long run car, and Larson gets by Truex on the inside, and Kyle Larson now in the lead, trying to win his 2nd championship of his career, but a caution has come out. So when we get back underway here on lap 156, about 35 to go on the stage, Byron on the outside lane, Truex on the inside. And we will once again do battle for the title and the race lead here. Byron on the outside, Truex on the inside. Can the 24 make it stick? No. Truex once again on the inside lane will pass William Byron, and Truex back out front leading this race here in Phoenix. Byron 2nd, Christopher Bell 3rd, Blaney 4th, and Hamlin drives into 5th. Larson pitted, so he's got his work cut out for him to get back to the front. And now on that 182, Truex being stacked up by Kaz Grala for what, the 3rd time today, allows the 24 of William Byron to swing to the inside. And here comes the 24 of William Byron to take the lead back once again. All 4 of your championship contenders have led laps today and have been so unbelievably good, clean, hard racing. It's been impressive. Byron trying to make this pass work. Him and Truex still side by side at the line. With 8 to go in stage 2, the 24 trying to get the lead away, just pry it away from Martin Truex into turn 3, and he will. Byron on the inside lane to the front here in Phoenix late in stage 2, trying to keep that track position. Gets around MTJ. William Byron now in the driver's seat for the stage 2 victory, with Truex running 2nd and Hamlin running 3rd. And now we move on to the last lap of stage 2. Byron out front, Truex 2nd, Hamlin 3rd. Catching up to the lap car of Ryan Preece, of course, in the 41. Final race for SHR before it gets brought over to Haas Factory Team, as William Byron wins stage 2 in Phoenix. Truex 2nd, Hamlin 3rd, Larson 4th, Reddick rounds to the top 5, then Bell, Blaney, Chastain, Logano, and Elliott the top 10 here in Phoenix. So Hamlin takes stage 1, Byron takes stage 2, Truex 2nd in both. Now we get ready to get underway in the 3rd and final stage of racing here. Going to be 117 laps to go. Truex clear with a great restart on the outside lane. Will clear William Byron to turn 1, and the 19 back to the front. To keep note of, Zane Smith has also must have had an accident there. At the end of the stage, the Truex and Byron are pitting. What are they doing? We're going to throw a caution, but there's already trouble down the backstretch. Smoke up ahead, cars spinning, a pile up. Around goes Kaz Grala into Derek Kraus and Justin Haley. Jeb Burton also involved in the 50, and a multi-car pile up down the backstretch, started by Kaz Grala and Justin Haley, collects Derek Kraus and Jeb Burton, and brings out the yellow here in Phoenix, which all started with the big stack up after inexplicably Truex and Byron pit from 1-2, give up all of their track position. Luckily, that caution saves them, so they stay on lead lap in contention. Now in this restarts, Denny Hamlin and Tyler Reddick, the front row. And how about that? Tyler Reddick going to lead a lap here in Phoenix right there as he crosses the line. The 45 leads over the 11 of Hamlin, but Reddick will back it off a little bit here in turn 1 and 2, allow his 2311 co-owner to get by Hamlin to the race, and the championship lead. Larson almost wrecking off the 20. What a save by Kyle Larson. My goodness, he almost lost control and wrecked himself out of title contention, battling Bell for 4th. Way too risky. Hamlin was leading and was driving away, but now a caution has come out here. We get back underway on lap 239. So it's going to be 74 laps remaining here in Phoenix. It is Hamlin leading, Larson and Truex. Byron 3 wide on the outside lane, getting shuffled back. But here comes the 19 once again. What a restart by Martin Truex, doing everything in his power to walk off as champion. He, of course, has nothing to lose. as he's just going after his final race. There's no rivals going to be creating nothing, and Truex to the lead on lap 240. Now on lap 253, Kaz Grala for now the 4th time is going to cost Truex the lead, as here comes Hamlin to the inside. 3 wide bottom, now 2 wide, now clear all around for Denny Hamlin, who is back in the lead, in position to get that elusive championship here with just 60 laps to go. Now Hamlin works on Jeb Burton, and Truex going to swing to the bottom now. This battle continues just 2 laps later. Truex and Hamlin putting on a show at the front of this field for the race and the championship here in Phoenix. 2 teammates racing hard but respectfully. This is the epitome of what NASCAR racing should be, and Truex clears Hamlin for the lead. Now they're behind a 3-wide brick wall of lap traffic. Bubba Wallace, Derek Kraus, and Stenhouse with just 32 to go, and Hamlin all the way to the bottom. Below that yellow line, what a pass. Hamlin through the lap traffic, got a blocker now on Truex and Bubba, and Hamlin is driving away with the lead and possibly a championship. And now Truex has come back. This time by 10 laps to go, and the 19 is back on the inside of Denny Hamlin going for the lead as they work on Gilliland and Daniel Hemrick. But we've seen debris somewhere on the racetrack with my Mickey Mouse eyes, and we are going to throw the caution. And now we're going to have a restart with just 6 laps remaining to decide the champion. This caution gives the Hendrick cars one last shot to get the job done. But it is Hamlin and Truex on the front row. We're green and back underway. 6 to go in the season finale. Who will be the champion here in Phoenix? Will it be Denny Hamlin? Will it be Truex, Larson, or Byron? They are aggressive into turn 1. All the 24 got moved out of the way. Byron, a horrible restart. He's dropped out of contention. Here comes Kyle Larson to the inside. The 5. Almost got Denny Hamlin. Couldn't quite do it. Now we're going to try to fight Truex for second. Hamlin clear for the lead. Could this be the day? He wins the championship. He leads the way with just 5 laps remaining in Phoenix. And now 3 to go. Hamlin still leads. Truex chasing him down. Hamlin gives up the bottom. Here comes the 19. Truex to the inside. Gonna take the lead away. Coming to 2 to go in the season. This would be huge if Truex could walk out of his career a 2-time champion with a walk-off win here in Phoenix, and he's done it. 2 to go. Truex out front over Hamlin. Larson in third trying to make something happen. Byron's out of contention. It is down to just these 3. And what a move by Martin Truex and Denny Hamlin. What a catastrophic mistake when you're looking for that elusive title. The one thing you can't do is give up the bottom to Truex. Coming to the white flag this time by Larson. Going to put heat on Hamlin for second. White flag in the air. Final lap of the season. Presented by Credit One Bank here in Phoenix for Martin Truex Jr. What a moment this is about to be if he can hold on for 3/4 of a lap to become a 2-time champion. Have the Peyton Manning walk-off win to end your career as a race winner and a champion. Martin Truex Jr. through turn 3 and 4 for the final time. Everyone counted him out, but he has performed. Martin Truex Jr. wins the championship in Phoenix. He will walk off his career a 2-time champion. Unbelievable performance from the veteran. How about that? Truex in his final race wins the race and the title. Denny Hamlin again heartbroken in second. He chokes the championship away when it matters most again. Larson third. Byron just didn't have it today. Comes home 4th. Oh my goodness. What a finish. Martin Truex Jr. ends his career with 38 wins, 2 championships. Definite Hall of Fame. Definite Hall of Famer for sure. What an impressive drive from Truex today. He was up there. He led the most laps. He performed the best of everyone, and he came up in the clutch when it mattered most to win the title. Here are your final race results. Of course, Truex gets one final Phoenix win to end his career. Denny Hamlin second. Chokes. Absolutely fumbles the bag when it matters most. Kyle Larson third. Great season. Just comes up short in this race. Seabell, Joey Logano, solid top 5s to end the year. Ty Gibbs, a good 6th place run. Byron 7th, just had a horrible final restart, which cost him a shot. And then Blaney, Chastain, and Reddick round out your top 10 with solid runs. Chase Elliott ends up 11th. You see the rest of the race results there. Kyle Busch going to go winless for the first time in a season. Ends up 21st As your final standings, of course, Martin Truex walks off his career the series champion with 4 victories on the season, including the championship race in Phoenix with 10 top 5s, 17 top 10s, and 657 laps led. So there you go. Truex walks off his career as a champion before he passes on the torch to Chase Briscoe. And the rest of the championship 4, of course, Denny Hamlin also won 4 times this season. Had this win in the bag with 3 to go and just made a mistake and lost it again in heartbreaking fashion. Larson was your regular season champion. He won 3 times. Comes up short in 3rd, as did William Byron, who finished 4th. Of course, had 4 wins on the year. Had the best playoffs out of anybody for sure. Just the playoff system just isn't what he needed it to be to become the champion. Of course, 5th through 8th, the best of the rest of the eliminated playoff drivers goes to Ryan Blaney for the 2nd year in a row. Finishes 5th in points with 3 wins. We know how impressive Blaney is. As can't quite get to the Final 4. Elliott 6th, Chastain 7th, Gibbs 8th. Chastain won 3 times this year, which is very impressive. Gibbs won twice, which is, of course, showing improvement on his end in that 54 before he ends into his 3rd year as a driver. Then, of course, Alex Bowman ends up 9th in points after crashing out in the last race. Of course, cost him some spots. Michael McDowell, how about that? 10th in the points. A very solid year for him. Bubba Wallace ends up 11th. Joey Logano ends up in 12th. No longer going to be in the Final 4 in every even year. Thank God. So you have that, 9th through 12th in the standings. And now to round out the bottom 4 playoff drivers, Christopher Bell, man, he just had a terrible playoffs all around as your former champion of 2023. Not able to convert this year, finishes 13th in the points with 2 wins. Noah Gragson ends up 14th. He won the Daytona 500, had a pretty solid run for him. Keselowski ends up 15th. Eric Jones, of course, last of the playoff drivers, got in with that win at Talladega in the spring. Now, the best of the rest, the best, of course, non-playoff driver was obviously Tyler Reddick. He clinched that like 2 weeks ago. The 45 was just so unbelievable. Was top 7 in points at the end of the regular season. He just had to win to make the playoffs, and he didn't. Unfortunately, Reddick went winless this season, as did Chris Buescher and Kyle Busch. He will not go 20 straight years with a win. The streak will end at 19 years in a row. Kyle Busch was not able to get it done. Ends of the season winless. Then the next 4, Daniel Suarez, Chase Briscoe, Austin Dillon, and Josh Berry. So Briscoe, Berry, decent way to end off their SHR tenure in 22nd and 24th. Suarez, a little disappointing for a former champion, 21st in points, winless once again. And then we'll see the next 4 drivers. You got Ricky Stenhouse, Zane Smith, Corey LaJoie, and a very disappointing season from Austin Cindric, ending up 28th in points. Just was terrible all year long, and that really cost him dearly in the case of him being a contender for the playoffs. Of course, Zane Smith improved near the end of the year, had a good start to the year too, but just that middle portion really hurt him in the overall points. LaJoie, of course, split time in the 7 and 51. Same thing for Justin Haley. As Carson Hocevar ends up 29th, so Josh Berry wins the Rookie of the Year battle. Todd Gilliland ends up 30th. Justin Haley 31st, and John Hunter Nemechek 32nd in the points in our season. All these guys had good runs, but also had runs where they struggled mightily throughout the season. So just not the seasons these guys were looking for, and we'll look on to next year. Same thing for our last 2 full-time guys of Harrison Burton and Daniel Hemrick, who were just atrocious this season. End up 33rd and 34th points. AJ Allmendinger in his select starts was very impressive in that number 16. Had some really good runs at the Charlotte Roval, at Homestead, and all that. And then, of course, Kaz Grala ran a bunch of races in the 15 for Rickware Racing. Ends up 36th in the final point standings. And then our final 4 honorable mentions, as we did last season, it's going to be Shane Van Gisbergen. And, of course, SVG got that huge win at the Chicago Street Race this season, continuing to show impressive road course skills. Ran well on every road course this season. Jimmy Johnson, the 84, still making starts when it's just diminishing his legacy. And then Cody Ware had a couple of top 10s at this plate tracks this year. And Corey Heim did very solid in his select starts in that number 50 for 2311 Racing. So that's your final point standings, and I'm going to leave you with this. Martin Truex Jr. as your champion for 2024. He's a 2-time champion, ends his career with a walk-off title, rides off into the sunset as your champion. A storybook ending to the season for Martin Truex Jr., and he is your 2024 NASCAR Cup Series NR2003 champion. back-to-back for Toyota. And as always, before we end the episode and end the season, I want to give a special shout out to my channel members. So thank you very much to Brenda Breen and Jeremy Isley. I really appreciate your guys' support. It means a lot to me. Helps me and this channel continue to grow and do great things on our road to 1,000 subscribers. If any of you who are watching aren't subscribed, please like and subscribe if you can. It means a lot. Helps me, helps this channel. I would really appreciate it. And if you want to become a member as well, you can hit the join button or the link in the description down below to get access to exclusive perks. So until next season, at that Daytona in February, I hope you all have a good one.